Making a lot of mistakes here. Woo, okay. Ah, fudge. Running out of time before I gotta go get the kids. No more turbo. It's lean, super lean. Oh. So another thing on the car that I hate is the top of the valve cover, the way it's like RTV'd around the second opening on the top of there. It's an e46 valve cover, which is cool because it's a metal valve cover, but I just hate the way they sealed up the man, I can't remember what it's called, but there's like the oil fill cap, and then there's a second hole on the top of the M56 valve cover. Replacement seals for them are like 15 bucks. You sell them on eBay, they sell them on Amazon, they're all over the place. This one's got like orange RTV sealing it with this ugly metal cover. It looks stupid. There's a screw hanging out of it that I can't do anything about now without prying it off. So I went on Amazon and I bought one of the metal valve covers off of Amazon. I think this valve cover gasket's leaking anyway. This one actually comes with a new gasket and new bolts. I'm looking forward to getting this on there, but I'm gonna take this to get it powder coated with the strut bar and probably the compressor cover for the turbo and maybe the intercooler piping as well, whenever all that stuff comes in. Let's get this opened up and take a look at it. This is the gaskets. These are all the new hardware that comes with it. And then here's the actual valve cover. Looks pretty sick. Looks really good. I'll take a look at this. I'll compare it with the one that's on there. I don't know if I'm gonna have to change the coil packs or whatever. So I think with the M56 you have to run different coils on it. I'm not sure. I think I remember reading that. Yeah, this is a really nice piece. I think this was 150 bucks on Amazon, and I got it in 2 days. It has baffling for the PCV, so that's pretty awesome. The mating surface looks good. This is brand new. It's metal for 150 bucks. That's pretty awesome. Cool. All right, just picked up the oil pan from Fox Welding here in Marina, California. Did a great job for me. Welded it from the inside, and said everything went great. The material didn't mess with it too much. It's a nice solid weld. Won't leak, it'll hold, and that will be where our turbo oil drains to. I'm abandoning the oil pan swap for now. I got a lot of work I need to do, and I don't have everything here yet that I need, so I don't want it to be sitting half open with the oil pan off of it and stuff. So I'm gonna hold off on that for a minute. I'll see if it runs in a, it should just fine. It wasn't ever tuned for the turbo anyway. I guess the previous owner maybe had pulled the fire ring out of the wastegate. I'll put a picture in here to show you what I'm talking about. So basically the wastegate was never sealing, and it was never making any positive boost pressure because it wasn't tuned for it. I think he was waiting to get it tuned, waiting for the motor to be broken to get it tuned. Never happened. He traded the car out before that happened. I'm actually afraid. I cleaned the oil catch can out and it's pretty milky in there, so I am a little suspicious that the head gasket might be blown. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, because I don't want to do a head gasket on this car, but I will if I have to. So I am going to do the valve cover gasket, so that'll also tell me, it'll have indications in there if the head gasket's blown. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll figure it out, whatever it is, we'll make it work. So I'm going to jack up the front of the car now. And I think this is the last time the front of the car is going to get jacked up with this terrible turbo system on it. I think what I'm going to do is pull the turbo kit completely off, because I have to drop this crazy up pipe anyway to get to the oil pan. And when I pull that off, I am not putting it back on. So it's just gonna be running open headers, I think. It's running well now. If I put it back together, that should be the biggest, most major thing I changed. So if it's not running well after that, then I'll know where to start. RPD's sending me their kit soon. So I think this is it. I think that's gonna gonna be going from a turbo car to an NA car for a little bit, but shouldn't be too long, and then we'll be doing the turbo kit. So here goes. All right, so if I talked about the control arms before, I picked up some control arms. I thought I was gonna put them on. Turns out they're for a rear-wheel drive car, not an all-wheel drive car, and the front control arms are different, so I won't be installing those. I will be selling those. So I'm making a lot of mistakes here, not understanding the differences between all-wheel drive cars and rear-wheel drive cars. I mean, I might have actually bought those before I knew this was an all-wheel drive car, so. That is a front drive axle. I was told this car was an I. It is not an I. I have an all-wheel drive 325. I don't know, there's that too. But now I'm working on pulling the turbo off so that I can get to the exhaust, because the exhaust up pipe to the turbo is all one piece. I'm actually not even sure how it's gonna come out, but I know that I'm gonna have to get the turbo off of here in order to do the rest of it. So that's what I'm working on now. Oh, thank God, that's not hard. Always weary of turbo bolts from my DSM days, I guess. Nice, these are coming off easily. All right, so I got the turbo off. That wasn't as hard as I was expecting it to be. It was actually pretty easy, which is nice. The oil feed line I've got off. I'm actually gonna have to, if I'm gonna run the car NA before the new turbo kit comes in, I'm gonna have to get a cap for the oil feed line for that. Not a big deal. I'm gonna have to pull off the scavenge pump and all that stuff. Woo, okay, I'm making progress here. Got more brackets here. It's like some brackets here to pull that pipe off. There's a connector there. So once I pull that connector off down there and pull this bracket off here, then I should be able to pull this top portion of the piping off, which will be great. That'll open this up and I'll finally be able to get a look at what I'm working with here. And then I can actually put the stock headlight back in, which will be nice. There was a weld over here that was broken. This weld is just flimsy, not really doing much of anything. I don't know what this port is right here. It looks like that's something I'm gonna have to block off now. I don't know, I have to research that. Ah, there's another bracket down here somewhere. Ah, fudge. Man, come on. All right, another nonsense bracket down here that I gotta get off. It's like barely bolted on here. Looks like bolted in where the AC bracket, or where the AC compressor was. Running out of time before I gotta go get the kids, so I really want to get at least this part done before I go pick the kids up, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more work done on this tonight after I go get the kids. And I have a mess over here. barely reach it. Blind. All right, well, there went that one somewhere. Ah, got it on it for a second. It spun off. Oh, did I get it? Yep, that's it. There it is. Whew, thought I broke my glove, but I didn't. There we go. All right. Oh man, this is this is a very interesting setup here. Okay, these are all bolts, not studs. I thought they were studs. Thankfully, they weren't spinning on the back when I was trying to get them loose. All right, there. So there's part of it. There's the homemade bracket. All right, here we go. No more turbo. This looks like some sort of an EGR, exhaust gas recirculation, would be my guess. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into that and blocking that off. So hopefully whatever I need for that I can get quickly. Yeah, 10 minutes. Can I get the rear section unbolted in 10 minutes? Maybe, let's find out. I should have jacked the car up higher. Yeah, not on it. I haven't stripped it. No. I might need the wobble, which I think I have. Did I bring it over here? Yeah, I did. All right. some torsion. All right. Is it a different fucking size? It's not a 13, is it? I mean, it wouldn't shock me if this one nut was a different size. Car yoga. Under car yoga? Is that a t-shirt? I'm struggling on this one. There's always one that's a pain, isn't there? I got 10 minutes, I can do this. Did I get it? No. What was all that ruckus? It wasn't doing anything. Oh man, I really thought that was it. I thought I was getting it. I was not getting it. Like, could I get a ratchet in there? Maybe, I guess. Shit, I don't know. Let me go grab the ratchet real quick. Ah! It was all going too smooth. That's the deal. This doesn't. Is it bigger? Is it a 15? Is that my problem? Why I'm not stripping it also? Yeah, that doesn't seem right. I can't get the 14 on there, but the 15 doesn't seem right either. Ah! Putting my head on everything under the fucking car. Yeah, it's definitely not a 15. Yeah, it's the 13. It's definitely the 13, but the question is, how do I get the damn impact on it? Because I cannot get that by hand. It's not working. Oh man, my hand's cramping up. Dang it, now I need a 13 to hold the back. Oh man. Ow. Ah, that's my time. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna get this off. Gosh. Oh my goodness. Alright. Just need to take a second, get the right fucking tool. Oh, okay, here we go. Got it. See, I should have just gotten the right tool to begin with, and I wouldn't have had all that fuss, all that unnecessary fuss. There we go. And that's where my exhaust is going to be open and running for now. Right now, I got to go get kids. All right, so I just got the turbo kit off. I've got the turbo oil feed plugged now with an AN plug. I'm gonna try to start it up, first start, NA with open headers. Woo, that's loud. Started up. Seems to be running all right. Yeah, it seems to be running pretty well. It's lean, super lean. Oh, the wideband's not hooked up. That's why. That's funny. It's got no fuel. There were a couple of extra O2 bungs in the headers. So I'm gonna plug the wideband into one of those header ports. I'm glad I saw that. I was gonna forget about that and be dragging the wideband down the street. I think we're good. All right, so when you buy somebody else's project and they tell you all the stuff that's done to it, you want to confirm as much of that as you can for yourself. Obviously, it's hard to confirm a built motor or something like that, but we're going to try to see if this actually has an aftermarket fuel pump in it, like I was told before we start trying to tune it. I've never gotten into a BMW fuel pump, but that doesn't look factory. So that's a good starting point, that it may actually not be the original fuel pump. So that's good. So we're gonna open this thing up. I think you just gotta tap this ring with the screwdriver to unlock it. It turns and it'll unlock, and then we can lift the hanger up and we can see what the fuel pump actually looks like. pull this off so I don't forget to do that before I put it back on. Need to replace that, or at the very least fix it. Just tap this ring around. There we go.